Okay, welcome. Well, if you love antiques collectibles, you ain't going to want to miss a fraction of today's video. I've got some absolutely amazing things to show you. I've got some weird things, some wonderful, unusual things. If you can't guess, today's video is a haul. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques collectibles and anything I like that's weird, wonderful, and very good quality. And I sell it here at AntiquesArena.com. My name's Walter Neal. So should we get started? And I really hope you enjoy the little video. So as I said, I got quite a few things to share with you live and some very unusual things. I'll share one or two things with you that I managed to buy through the week. Unfortunately, I've already listed them, so you're not going to get to see those in person, but they're already up on the website. So I'm going to share with you, and I got a thank you to give out as well to somebody. So we're going to start off with, I purchased one of these last week, and we have a full size, probably 2 foot, not far off 2 foot wide, Welsh slate clock. It's missing the housing, but what I absolutely loved were these pillars. It had 3 pillars on either side, and it had a sort of Roman battle scene going on, carved into the slate at the top. And absolutely loved it. I thought that was nice and unusual. So that was the first thing I bought. I only paid a tenner for that, which is absolutely nothing. Then I bought this large collection of Wedgwood Jasperware. Now, this is real good quality. Now, I have told you in the past, Wedgwood is hit and miss. Sometimes it'll sell, sometimes it won't. I certainly don't buy these pin dishes and trinket pots and things on their own. There's just no point. But I bought it as a job lot. It came in very, very cheap at like £15. And when you see the quality, if I can just pull up the jug and the plate to show you on their own, really nice with the applied, the typical applied opaque patterns, designs, and really nice. Just a nice little job lot, and it was an easy to sell back out as a job lot. So that came in for £15. Then I had this. Now, I struggled with this. The vase was spectacular quality. And I mean spectacular quality. It's about 6 inches tall, if I remember right, something like that. Fully signed on the base, but it is trailed. So this is hot worked glass, handmade with trailing all over it. Then you had these couple of leaves coming up the side. Beautiful thing. Really is absolute top quality. And that was the signature I was faced with. Now, one tip I've got when you're doing glass, ceramics, or anything, then you can't read it, would be get yourself a little powder or chalk or something like that, rub it over the top, then clean it off, and then what you'll be left with is a mark that looks something like this. If it's on you, I should have put it on you, bear with. No, I haven't. There's some sense. I know where I have put it though. Bear with me. There you go. That is what you will end up with. Am I sharing that? Yes, I am. Bear with me. Sorry. So that is what you'll end up with. Now, you put some powder or chalk. On glass, I used a black marker because it'll wipe straight off, but you couldn't use that on chalk. But that then allowed me to get a good, clear photograph. Now, what I thought that was KYO. And when I was doing my searches, it was coming up with Kyoto glass, Isla White. But I put it up on the Facebook group anyway, Glass Identification. And I have to be honest, a follower of my channel actually come up and helped, Dave Sowerby. Thank you very much for identifying it as K. Young. So a beautiful piece of glass by a very, very good producer. And where is it? Kaylee Young is her name. And she does studio glass, and it is absolutely beautiful. So thank you very much, Dave. I really appreciate the help. We all got to have help now and again. And I'm no exception. I buy things all the time, and especially with my dyslexia, I can't read joined up writing. So that's the things I bought last week that I've listed. Then I purchased this. I didn't have this yesterday. All the rest of it come in, or most of it come in yesterday, but I'll share this first. It's a really good size, good, heavy beast of a cannon. Normally you see these, they're like little models. This is a nice cannon. Believe it or not, It's probably 3 or 4 kilos, and it cost me like £6, £6 from a charity shop in Aberdeen, and it's an absolute bargain. Literally, it's like £15 or £20 worth of scrap here from the feel of it, or certainly between £10 and £20 worth of scrap. It really is that heavy, big, heavy piece, beautiful. So for £6, that was an absolute gem. And the other piece I'm going to show you before, what happened was I went to Reselling Market this week. I had a row. As you know, I filmed last week and I put it up. Although it was a bit glitchy, you got the general idea of what the markets were like, how much stuff you have to sift through in order to find a gem. Anyway, I filmed again this week, last Saturday, and they come on to me and give me a row. Told me I weren't to film up there, so I haven't been able to film. But anyway, I went this Saturday with Elaine, a friend of mine. She moved over from Australia to marry Steve a little while back, and she's been feeling under the weather. So I said, would you like to come with me to the flea market? And we had a day out. So all the rest of the stuff, bar what I'm going to show you next, come in the flea market. And I got some really unusual things. But before we get there, I told you in a vlog I done last week or the week before that I was going to be listing probably 50 kilos of silver before Christmas. And I've been showing you the odd piece. Now, it's all come in private sourced. And I'm going to share with you now just an amazing set. It is just breathtaking. So we have this pumpkin shaped with all these raised up little lips here in the shape of pumpkin. Nice wooden handle here and little wooden finial. Beautifully engraved. Fully hallmarked. Where is it? There it is. Hopefully you can see that. There you go. Full set of hallmarks. So anyway, that's the first piece. That's a nice heavy teapot. Then you got a coffee pot and a water jug. Now, don't ask me which is which. This is probably the coffee. And again, beautiful pumpkin shape. Real good, heavy piece of sterling silver. Amazing quality. Look at the way the handle's been finished off. This really is top quality. This would have been by somebody very wealthy to own this set. So you got this one, then you had this one as I just showed you it. Beautiful piece again. Now this is in immaculate condition. It's fully hallmarked for London 1930. Nice pumpkin shaped jug and the pumpkin shape sugar bowl. Now this will be up on my website now today. It ain't, well, it'll probably be up tonight or tomorrow. But this set weighs a fraction under 2.5 kilos of sterling silver for this tea set. Now, I just wish we had the tray, but a 5-piece sterling silver tea set of this quality does not come on the market. It really doesn't, not often. Not unless you're in a London sale room or something. And if I come up here, it was produced by a maker called Gibson & Co. Limited. And it was produced in London in 1930, which is that one there. This hallmark here. So, I don't know what you think of that. But what a beautiful piece of silver to have on the website. Can't wait to get it up on there. I'm super excited. And I got loads more to go. So, should we get on with Saturday's haul? So, I'd like to say thank you to Elaine for being such good company. And we had a blast. And I've had some cracking little things. We'll start off with my favourite buy of the day. And it is my favourite buy. And again, a little heavy. But any suggestions or thoughts of what it is just off that? Okay. That should give you an idea. We have here in its original box a Halbrose surveying level in brass. Beautiful, beautiful surveying level. Covers on. Let me take that cover off. With good optics. One thing I didn't check on the day was the optics because I was too excited to buy it. And that bit, I would presume, just a little rangefinder, I think, to go on the side of it. There. Anyway, beautiful piece of equipment. Nice bit of instrument here. And do you know what makes it even rarer? Well, we all know oil and gas related items sell. Now, people are asking between £200 and £400 for a good level of this type anyway. A lot of the times you'll find they'll have a military broad arrow on them. But this one happens to be by the Esso Petroleum Company Limited. So an oil company. And we have an absolute, in this original box, heavy, heavy brass Halbra. They're not a theodolite, they're a level. A lot of people confuse them with theodolites. I suppose they are in one sense, but they're not. It's a level. But for Esso Garage, Esso Oil Company. Spectacular thing. Can't believe I found that at the car boot sale. And I worked hard, mind. I paid £55 for it. Now, the gentleman who had it, he wanted 60. And I'll be honest with you, I really did work hard trying to get him down. I really did. But he weren't having none of it. In the end, I got him down, as I said, to £55, and we had to toss a coin for that. He done the usual. I wanted 50, he wanted 60. I said, well, let's toss a coin, and we ended up at £55. He won the coin toss. He wanted 55, sorry. He was asking 60. I wanted to pay 50. Then he said 55, and I didn't really want to go there. So we done the coin toss. I lost. I paid up. £55 is a gem. The fact it's got Esso Petroleum on there makes that extremely desirable. So, over the moon. And the day keeps going like that. Now, this, again, beautiful, big, extremely heavy. When I say heavy, I mean probably 30 kilos heavy. I have another Welsh slate mantle clock. Now, these were quite big in the time. It's got some beautiful scenes all carved into the slate here. I'm trying to get it a bit closer to you so you can see it. Look at that. And then the pillars. And again, they charged me a tenner again. Whew. Now, they weigh a ton. This one's going to be like 30, 40 pounds to ship. It is that heavy. They may end up going on an antique fair, I don't know, but for £10 I wouldn't leave them there. The other one's already listed, as you saw. I paid a tenner for them both, tenner each, and to be honest with you, I thought they were an absolute gem. And this one's heavier than the last, it's bigger. I may even end up buying clocks and putting clocks in them, because you can buy the clocks relatively cheap. Oh, that's awful heavy. Really, really heavy. Could be 20, 30 kilos by there. But anyway, for a tenner for a Victorian Welsh slate clock, it was a bargain. It was a no-brainer. Then I purchased this. Now, the poor lady was using this as part of her display, and unfortunately, someone came along who wanted to buy it. We have second half of the 20th century, so probably 1960s, all the way up to the 1980s, if you like. We have a hand-painted Chinese porcelain lamp. Now, one of the things you're looking for the earlier Chinese is, if you look at the hair here, you see that it's just one solid piece of black. There's no shading, there's no gold gilding, highlighting on it, nothing. It's a massive indication of a later example. So yeah, anyway, beautiful, still a beautiful vase. cost me, I can't remember if it was £6 or £5. We'll go with £6. But I think it might have been a £5. But I'll go with 6 just in case. But it's no damage to it. It was working. The poor lady was using it to light her stall up. And she said, you can buy the lamp if I can have the bulb back, because I got to put in a different lamp to light my stall because nobody can see anything to buy anything. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous lamp. If you want a bit of 20th century Chinese porcelain that's fully hand painted, just to look the part, then you can't ask for better, can you? And for £5 or £6 for that, over the moon. Next two pieces I bought together. Now, I can't tell you what this one is because I don't know. Now, I believe it's Alexandrite neodymium glass. It's got that beautiful, beautiful purple color. Look at that color. It certainly has a neodymium look to it. It's got this beautiful little ball in the center. Now, I felt it could be Murano. Elaine felt it could be Swedish. Beautiful thin stem coming up here and then sliced off at the top. Now, it's unsigned. That's the base. So maybe one of my followers who knows the glass might be give me a little indication here of who made it. Is it Swedish? Is it Murano? I just know it's absolutely spectacular. So I purchased that and these for a £5. Now these are 1960s cracked ice Chateline, which is a form of resin, but it's Chateline. You get pen stands, candlesticks, obviously, amongst other things. And it looks a bit like amber, but it is a resin. Still got an original label on there, probably the retailer that sold it. So yeah, we got a pair of Chateline candlesticks, and I had the candlesticks and the neodymium for a £5. So I'm really pleased with that. That was a cracking little buy. I had a look on the day at the market while we were there, and somebody was asking £40 just for a pair of Chateline candlesticks. Chateline? Hang on. Let me have a look here. I don't know if I'm spelling it right. So it is Chateline cracked ice candlesticks. Let me go here. I haven't actually done it yet. There we go. There they are. Now these ones have got their brass inserts. Mine are missing the brass insert. Right, so there's no doubt in that. See item details. They sold at £38. Cracked ice, orange, Chateline, lucite candle holders, lucite resin, same thing. So they were a cracking little find. £5 for the two, over the moon. I also purchased 2 Welsh lucite Harvard Grange paperweights. There's the, is it? It's not Harvard Grange, is it? Hang on. I didn't even look at them. I just assumed Harvard Grange. No, it's not. I'll have to look that up. Hippocampus embedments. Hippocampus embedments. And it's got a Seos. No, the only one I know with a Seos was Waterford. Let's have a quick look because I have no idea who these are then. Hippocampus. Music paperweight. Oh, well, that's all right. They pull the same money as Harvard Grange anyway, so there's no problem there. There they are. Good monies. That's fine. Anyway, they cost me £1 each for the two of them, and you got little roses, I think, in that one. Now, they do have a few marks on them, unfortunately. And it is unfortunate. There are a few little scuffs, but the fact they're lucite, like a resin, you could polish them. But I will put them on cheaper because of that. So I'll probably just chuck 15 quid on the pair or 20 quid on the pair. That's probably what I'll do, to be honest with you, and have these gone. But they are still beautiful paperweights. Maybe a little polish on them and they'll be laughing. Next, I had a pair of bronze chamber sticks. Now, these cost me £5. I bought these off the same gentleman as I purchased the clock as part of a deal. I gave him £17 for 3 things. I'll show you the other piece next. So clock was a tenner, these were a £5, and the next piece was £2. So bronze or bell metal, nice shape. Look at that lovely shape on that. Nice weight to them. The 20th century again, but you know what? A nice pair of chamber sticks, and I always sell this type of stuff very well at Christmas. You know, there's a good weight to those. For a £5, they were a gift. They really were. The other piece I had off him was this, which I'm in love with. And I have got here a piece of first half of the 20th century, possibly early 20th century, hand-painted Chinese crackle glazed porcelain. Love that finial. Look at that finial. And it is, you can see on the base there, it's a crackle glaze. Here's what it says on the tin, if the light behaves. And then you have all this, it's all hand-painted Chinese porcelain. Nice little thing. No chips or cracks. It will end up going up for sale once I do a bit more research on it and identify the age and the area. I say it'll be going up for sale. You never know with me when it comes to Oriental. Sometimes I end up just putting them in my little pile and going, yeah, maybe not. Then I had this, and I really worked hard, and the bloke wouldn't even give me a penny discount. He wanted £4, and £4 I had to pay him. But we got a fine tankard. It's a nice tankard by Stuart Crystal. Beautifully cut. Nice fine cut crystal. Stuart Crystal, fully signed up piece at the back. And the signature on this actually reads Stuart. I don't know whether I'll be able to get you to see it there. It's just by there. Let me see. You can, I think you can just see it, make it out. Anyway, he wanted £4 for it. Even if I couldn't sell it, I love drinking out a good quality crystal. As I explained to the gentleman on the day, I had a beautiful tall highball tumbler I used to have a Bacardi and Coke with, and my fiance was cleaning the glass and cut the cleaning off with the diamond ring. And it literally fell in half. She went like that, and it fell in half. And I still miss that glass to this day. But yeah, beautiful tankard. He was £4. Real top quality Stuart Crystal. All the way then to the unusual. And you're going to say to me, how was a cup and saucer unusual? I don't see them that often, that's why. Now, I've got a moustache, so technically, you know, it worked for me. You know, it's there, and what it does, it keeps your moustache out of your tea. It's a moustache cup. Now, this is 19th century hand-painted porcelain. Now, I've had it under light, everything, looking for a maker's mark. I can't find one. I really have tried. It could be any of the factories. I am going to do some research on it because, honestly, I'm not kidding you, the prices on moustache cups were all over the place. Now, again, another one I'm really struggling in resolving. I don't tend to haggle with general public, but dealers I will. Because I know dealers have had it in for very little, and if it's a fair price, then I haggle them. I won't haggle, but in all honesty, dealers, when you're on a market stall, you mark up to come down £1 or £2 for trade. But this gentleman, he won't come down a penny either. He wanted £7, and £7 I had to give him. But a beautiful, quite a rare Victorian hand-painted moustache cup, and I quite like it. Told you I got to like it to buy it, and that was unusual. It was just a bit of fun, and yeah, I did like it. Moving on, we had this. Well, what do you say? It's probably 1960s, 70s. It's got a lovely pattern on there, really weird pattern in the molding. It's pressed glass. I love the colour on it. It's got the ice catcher at the top, so see where it's pinched in there. So as you pour in your lemonade or your squash, it actually catches the ice. It's pinched over to catch the ice. It's lovely purple amethyst in colour. Nice plied handle there, look at that. But I love this pattern coming all the way down there. This is really unusual pattern. It looks like people, a bit like people on trees. It's just an unusual jug. I like the pattern, I like the shape and the colour. And it was £2.50. That's a nice bit of mid-century. It really is. Just throw a line on it then, just making sure it's not cracked. I'm not sure if it's got a crack or if it's a mold line, so I'll have to look at that in the daylight. If it's cracked, unfortunately, it'll be worthless. I can't tell in this light. But when I was holding it up like that, the line just caught my eye, so I'll have to check it. But it's a beautiful thing. It still displays beautiful, but if it's got a hairline on there, then it won't be for me for the website. But still, it may just be in the mold line. We'll see yet. Then I had this. This was one of the first things I bought when we got out of the car. Is a nice Bakelite tray. Now I do buy Bakelite, and it does sell. Made in Great Britain by can't read it. Gadowad, I think it is. Needs a good polish. I'm hoping that that'll come up to a bit of a shine. Trays, I like trays. People like trays. If I can get this to clean up, now all I'm going to do is a very, very zero grade soft wire wool, and I'm going to polish it, and then I'm going to bit of beeswax on there and buff it up and hopefully get a bit of a shine on there. It's pure Art Deco. Look at the little handle here. It's just a nice tray. If I can get it looking nice and shiny and clean, and remove all the marks off there, you can see the marks, then you're probably talking £25-30. If I can't clean it up, then it's going to be worth pretty much what I paid for it, which was £4. And again, he wouldn't even bargain. I will say he laned much better at the haggling than I did up there. The dealers, I'd ask a price, and that would be their price. They would not knock down. Really struggled. Then we had this piece, which is 20th century. It's a touristy piece, I would think, but it looks Middle Eastern. I would certainly say more sort of Iran area than Indian. A little tinned copper plate. But what I loved about it, and I always go for these on the pictures as opposed to the age and things, is all the animals and the scene going on. Absolutely love it. You could spend hours just looking at the different animals and things on them. And I really do like it. You've got birds. That looks like a wolf or a lion. You've got stags, dogs, people, camels. There's just so much going on there. So yeah, I bought it. It was £2. It's for nothing, let's be honest. Just a pretty little plate. But it was a nice thing. And as I've said, if I like them, I buy them. Where is it? My first bit of jewellery for quite a while, I had this 3 feathers fleur-de-lis sterling silver ring. Cost me £1. I had this on this Saturday again. Fully stamped up 925. Fits my baby finger. Slightly out of shape, but I can do that easy. I'll just put that on the ring sizer and just a little wobble. Silver's so soft, it'll just straighten up and then clean him up and he will look like new. And that was £1 for a sterling silver fleur-de-lis ring. Didn't buy any other jewellery. And I think that is it. So, what do you think? Do you have a favourite? Other than, obviously, the clear favourite. Now, that would grace any sale room. Christie's, Sotheby's, they'd be happy to take some of that quality. It is absolutely spectacular. And let's see, fully hallmarked, beautiful, no damage on there, top quality. Love the theodolite, the level, the surveyor's level. And I love the Chinese porcelain and the Canon. It's just a really nice little haul today. So I don't know what you think. Leave a comment and we'll go from there. So thank you very much for watching if you got this far, and I'll see you at the next one. Thank you very much. Bye for now, guys.